has the Métis sash put onto it. My wife actually bought this for me as a gift last year. It's the first time that I've actually worn a Métis sash in a number of years. And I don't pretend to represent the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan. I'm just a Métis citizen. But at the encouragement of Chief Cameron, and you don't say no to Chief Cameron, I was asked just to say a few words. For those who may not know, the Métis are a mix of First Nations, whether it's Cree or Saulteaux, and as well as European, mostly either French or Scottish. So most Métis that you'll meet have French last names or Scottish last names. And many of us follow traditions either of the Catholic Church, Anglican Church, the Christian churches, or in some cases we follow First Nations traditions as well, where you follow our First Nations spirituality. Or you embrace both, because there's nothing that says that one can't embrace both. In my case, I do. I embrace both. I've embraced both the First Nations tradition that's been shared with me through my wife and her family, both the Cree and Dakota traditions, as well as the Catholic faith. But recently, in the last few years, I've been privileged and honored to serve on a committee that many of you may not be aware of, but that exists here in the city of Saskatoon. That's the Cultural Diversity and Race Relations Committee. And I have a couple of members of that committee that are here with me this evening as well. And this past January, I was privileged to be elected chair of that committee. And this is something that I truly believe in. I've always looked for a way to reach out to other community members from my Indigenous background, but to reach out to the Muslim community, to reach out to the Filipino community, to reach out to other faith communities as well, because being a good neighbor and a good host on this land, the Métis and the First Nations, we share this land with you. We may not have treaty, we're working on it. But we believe very strongly that we also have the same ties to the land as our First Nations families do. Because all of us as Métis, we have a European family, but we also have a First Nations family. The community that I come from is in northern Saskatchewan, Cumberland House, which, if you're not aware, is the oldest continuously habituated site in Western Canada and one of the oldest, if not the oldest, in Saskatchewan. It was pivotal for the fur trade. And there was a Cree community that met there, and there was a French community that met there, and that's really where a lot of the genesis of the Métis Nation started. It was right here in Saskatchewan and in Manitoba as well, at the Red River Settlement. But it's important that we recognize that without being good neighbors, without sharing the land and our resources, while working with the communities, this doesn't mean anything. We need to be good partners. We need to be good neighbors with each other. So I encourage each and every one of you, if you have an opportunity, if you have an issue that you want to bring forward to the committee, we meet 6 times a year. Our next meeting will be coming in April, and they are open to the public. So you are more than welcome to attend those meetings. It's the second Thursday in every month. So I please encourage you to attend. And again, without leadership like Imam, who reached out to me through a friendship that I made with the past president of the Islamic Association of Saskatoon, Omar Jamil. Without Omar and without Imam, a lot of this may not have happened today, as well as with Saskatoon Funeral Home. I was getting a little emotional here right now. Everybody came together very, very quickly to put this event together, and I think this should become an annual event on March the 21st, the day for the elimination of racial discrimination. This should be an annual event.
So let us now pause and take a breath and become fully present, turning our hearts to love and respect. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please go on.